Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Line gets set, first down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. The lone back's got it. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Well, it's an electrifying run. And you think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To the air. It's back. Feeling some heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Georgia comes quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. The short hands, it's Lovett. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. This offense wants to send a message on the opening drive of the game. No punting today. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
And the Bulldogs are on the move. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. They're going to throw it again. Lofts one high and deep. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. From the red zone, looking for a space. Got his man quickly. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. Looking downfield, it's Beck. He makes a grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Georgia.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. And there was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. First down here for the offense. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the run. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and it forced the incompletion.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Back to pass, it's Milroe. He finds his man. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Quarterback will audible.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Georgia 7, Alabama 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Steps away. He'll pull it down and run. Still on his feet at the 45. Oh, and he ruins the big gainer with a fumble. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
They get him on the ground at the 36 after a pickup of 5. The Dogs will hustle to the line. They're getting this guy lathered up. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. A lot of urgency for this offense. Scanning the field, it's Beck. Fires to the tight end. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Using his legs, it's Etienne. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Looking to pass on second down. With the catch, it's Ncaa. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Looking to move it through the air. With the catch, it's Ncaa.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find their rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the game.
Leaves it with the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert third and short from the 30? Trying to get to him. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch past the sticks. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Beck. It's complete to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Corner showing press. They want to be physical here. Takes a shot. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And a golden opportunity slips away from the defense there. That's one he'd love to have back. He knows he should have come away with the interception there in the red zone.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. On third down, going up top. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Bell. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. Not a lot of scoreboard fireworks from these guys in the first half, but they've got a chance here after making some halftime adjustments.
Yeah, and remember, it just takes one play to kick the door open, and all of a sudden there's a lot more confidence again. So which guy on this offense can hit the big home run and break this thing open?
Well, and the good thing is it's such a low-scoring game. I'm still very much in this. I can be who I am, make a few tweaks, make a few adjustments, and get this offense rolling.
Looking downfield, it's Milroe. He makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. finds the tight end. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
It's a really nice job in coverage defensively there because that tight end, he wasn't really even open. Quarterback just still tried to put it on him and give him an opportunity, but great tackle short of the stick, setting up fourth down.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Alabama.
And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Try to get it on the ground. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Back to throw, it's Beck. They're trying to get to it. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And the defense comes up with the sacks. And this defense has been dialed in all day. Really, really good job. This offense is going to have to find something different, do something to try to stretch this D and make them feel uncomfortable.
And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Looks like Alabama will pick up the first down.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop. And you better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
Snagged in the middle, it's Adams. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic players.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He'll come out throwing on first down. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down. I think at this point you might as well try to throw the ball down the field because this dog defense is not giving an inch.
They don't give an inch. They hunt the whole entire game. And they're all highly recruited kids. They're all talented. They're all going to get drafted. But they play for each other. They play with fight. They play with aggression. And that's why you always see them near the top of the defenses in all of college football.
They're bringing heat. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
Looking for a man. It's Milroe. Throws for the tight end. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the fourth quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Great job by the defense there. They were not caught off guard in that situation on the field. This offense might decide to go for it on fourth down. They're going to make the play. Their offense now takes over. And if I'm the play caller here, I am taking a shot in a sudden change situation. Let me see if I can throw one deep and make this team pay for not getting that fourth down.
Georgia going up tempo. Defense in press coverage. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Ncaa. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. He'll set up to throw. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. Looking for more room. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender. Seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the fourth quarter. From inside the 15, here's the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. For this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. To the air. It's Beck. Fires to the wideout. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. All tied up, under a minute to play. Miller with the ball. Powers through the defender. And the spin move bought him a little time, just not a lot of yardage.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves in a position to win.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Georgia.
They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt.
On the field goal.
It's good. Celebration is wild on the sidelines as they've taken the lead in the final second. That late clutch field goal put them on top. They can almost taste victory if they can keep them from scoring to tie or win the game. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go.
Timeout, Alabama.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. To the air on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. And they fight him to the bitter end, all the way down to putting some more numbers in the stat column, but they'll come up a little short as time expires. Guys, that one was a ton of fun to call, and the players, a lot of games sort of wash away in the memory bank. Not that one. That will be an indelible mark in their memory.
I agree, Reese. You know, I think back to my career at Florida, and just the games that stand out the most were always the ones that went down to the wire, whether we lost or whether we won. For this team, this is going to be a good memory moving forward, David, because of how well they played.
Did you lose more of those or win more of those? I'm just asking for a friend. Tennessee, what happened? Hey, yeah, it's big-time clutch, right? These are the ones that define your seasons, define your careers, and the ones you never forget, those heartbreakers that come down to the last play.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese David. The most spectacular and scenic venue in all of college football and perhaps in all of sports. The Rose Bowl in Pasadena, also home to the UCLA Bruins. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the UCLA Bruins. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Bruins will put total leather to crank us up. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. A first down for the offense. DB's right up on the receivers. The give to the tailback. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The back goes in motion. On second down, looking again to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Marks.
The pass on second down. Caught by the back. Pickup of 11.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Setting up the screen. At the 45, on his way. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus.
Perfect play call against the perfect defense. They came with a blitz, and the offense had the screen pass called at the right time. Running back gets it in his hands. He's got linemen out in front, getting hats on hats. You can't do it any better than that.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Looking for the end zone. And the ball is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
Quick completion on the out route.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. Back to throw, it's Garbers. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Bruins line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. On the return, it's Branch. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here,
he's going for it all. Pulls it in inside the 10. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. They want to throw it. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. On the banks of the Mississippi River, home to the king of rock and roll and also the Memphis Tigers, where the fans have moved the party from Beale Street and are ready for kickoff. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a team from the AAC, the Memphis Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Memphis ready to kick it off and get things started. From inside the 15, here comes the return. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. First down here for the offense. Here's the handoff. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And it's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Offensive players, when they got the ball, man, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
Offense getting set for first down. Quarterback on the keeper. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Makes his connection. At the 20, he's got space. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got it! Takes it to the house! Touchdown, Memphis!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0. quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
Back to pass, it's Beck. Makes the grab over the middle. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
That's an absolute strike right there, giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
On the run, it's Etienne. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
It's a good-looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line. Guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. They've put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Give to the running back. On the move at the 30. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Going to the run, it's Frazier. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Corners are walked up tight.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Memphis 7, Georgia 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Give to the single back. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They'll try to power their way ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs!
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
PAT unit on the field. Right down the boulevard. They took it 71 yards down the field, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. It's no surprise at all to find a Georgia defensive lineman wreaking havoc in the backfield.
Yeah, find those big, physical, aggressive dudes.
And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack.
That defender did not care that the running back was setting up behind him on a screen. He was just thinking one thing and one thing only. See ball, get ball. He did that.
He'll bring it back. It's Evans. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They'll go to the ground. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the change for a 1st down.
When I go into every game, I want to get my running back going. I want to get the ground game going, and he has. This afternoon, over 100 yards now, showed you a little bit of everything in the run game, and that's why this offense has been humming.
Gain of 2. 2nd down coming up.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down mark.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
It's now 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal for this offense. On the ground. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So a drive that started just beyond midfield, only 49 yards, and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Coming out with it, it's Banks. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Memphis has the ball back, and the offense ready to go to work. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fella on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
2nd and 10 after the previous play. Looking to throw a 10 again. He looks that one in nicely. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Nice job by the QB and receiver on this play in a 2-minute situation, knowing to work the boundary, get the first down, and get the ball out of bounds. Great situational awareness.
Lobs it off the back foot. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. It is rare to see this quarterback let one fly and have it get away from him like that.
But even the best of them, get a little bit rushed at times, mess up their mechanics, mess up their footwork, mess up their timing. So it's okay. We can give them a pass this time, Reese.
Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll throw it on first down. Quarterback moving. He fires it out to the right. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Georgia 14, Memphis.
Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Off play action. Gets it out quickly. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he is shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that play.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Still on his feet at the 45. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Hennigan. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Trying to escape and get it himself. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this game.
Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. Oh, and he gets it back, so you can file that one under. Could have been worse.
Ooh, definitely.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Around midfield, go for it. This isn't 1930 football. Try to get the first down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. They're working that left side. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Comes out throwing on first down. He fires one deep down the right side. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Running the red zone, it's Anderson. Pulled down after picking up 5 to the 6-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Coming after him. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis. Timely decisions, effective play management helps them get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed to play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it was a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. They marched 78 yards down the field, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. From inside his own 15, looking for room. He was looking for the big return there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 28. The offense set for a first down play. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And now on second down for this offense. Looking to throw, it's back. Firing to the right, complete. And that play just never got started as he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lovett. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Offense gets set for second down. On the run, it's Etienne. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Crosses the 30, he's got away. He's loose on the right. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
The clock has stopped as we have reached the 2-minute warning here in the ball game. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll give it to the back. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Hands it off. Touchdown, Georgia! They move on top here in the fourth.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now. I said, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Man, this late in the game, it's go time. I got to have a score. I'm not worried about downs. I'm going through my 2-minute script. We know what's coming. We practiced this all week. It's second down, the incomplete pass, go to third down. We need to go for it on fourth down. This offense just has to keep that high energy up and try to run these plays fast.
Finds his target down the middle. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
And the defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Trying to find his man on first down. Stopped after making the catch.
This offense has their work cut out for him, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Got his man in the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Hennigan. Got his man on the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Tigers in the hurry up. Wants to throw on second down. He wants to take the top off. Intercepted. Takes it the other way. And he's down, and this game will end on a turnover. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think would go along.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What do I do really, really well? Let's continue to build on that. Let's take away these negative plays. Let's take away these turnovers. How do we create more turnovers? I think